Not everything is going to work perfectly, like a perfectly structured system inside your business, including client acquisition and retention, and that's okay. What we do want is to make sure you're creating a body of work that you're proud of, excited to deliver, and allows for no bitch to be left behind.
You're listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. I'm your host, Jill Perrick, a business and mindset coach who specializes in imposter syndrome. If you feel like you're not as smart, capable, or worthy as you actually are, and that someone is going to find you out, then you've come to the right place. I went from being a struggling government worker, working my coaching business on the side, but feeling unworthy and burnt out, to making multiple six figures helping women overcome imposter syndrome so they too can sign clients, make bank, and have the business or career of their dreams. I am nothing special. I have a stuttering disability, ADHD, and I struggle with anxiety and depression. So if I can learn how to feel good enough and overcome my inner imposter, then so can you. Let's dig in.
Hi Queens, welcome back to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. We're halfway through January and we are in the third and final part of how to sell out your offers in 2025. And today I wanted to riff on leaving no bitch behind. And when I say that, I'm referring to your offer suite. A long time ago, back in 2020, the way I created offers was very reactive in terms of, oh, I have an idea, I'm going to do it. And I'm not faulting myself at all because I was a new business owner. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know anything about having a offer suite or a customer journey, how one offer could feed into the other, etc. So I really had no idea, but it taught me a lot about creating offers that one, align with my brand, and two, allow clients to have a journey with me. And even though it's not always going to look like that, I can still set up a system where people can seamlessly go from one thing to the next to eventually work with me in a high ticket container, which is always the dream. And I actually have a podcast episode coming out for you next week about how I took a client who paid $333 for a course and she turned into like a 10K plus dream client because of the way that my offers are set up. So when I say leave no bitch behind, I mean to really think about that as you build out your offer suite. You want to make sure that people can come in at different stages and that they're not going to just leave, right? Whether that is from free offers to high ticket or from free to mid ticket to high ticket, really think about like, okay, if people were to come into my offer suite, would I have something for them no matter where they're at or what they are ready for? It's not required for you to have an offer at every single fucking price point, but usually you have a freebie or a free offer and then you have something lower ticket, something mid-ticket, and then high ticket, right? And it honestly depends, you guys. This is why we have coaches, why we invest in mentorship. If you're trying to base your offer suite on this podcast episode, please don't, right? Like every business is different and your needs are going to be different, right? So get coached, get support with your specific business. And the reason why I say that is because there are some people that I would say, yes, you're absolutely ready to spend more time on something low ticket and work on creating and growing that. But then there are people who should be focusing on those more mid-ticket and high-ticket offers. It really depends on where you're at. It depends on your business structure, where you're at. So I just wanted to say that first and foremost. For me, leaving no bitch behind means that I'm thinking about the people coming in at different levels and different stages of readiness to work with me. Instead of thinking about clients like they're just sources of income, think about your clients coming with you on a journey. Create a really good freebie that is useful and helpful through your content so people want more. Then create a low ticket or mid ticket offer so they can get a taste of working with you, understand who you are, and feel compelled to continue that work with you. And that being said, not everybody is going to be a high ticket client. They're not meant to be, and that is okay. I feel very strongly about this too. Not everybody is a good fit for high ticket mentorship. I really want to drive that home that not everyone is going to seamlessly go through your offer suite, your customer journey. And that doesn't mean that something is wrong with it. Just not everyone is going to go from low ticket to mid ticket to high. They could come in at your mid ticket offer and that's the only thing that they buy. They could directly go to your high ticket offer, right? They could just buy your $33 fucking masterclass and that's all they need. But the idea is you create a system for people who really are your fucking people to continuously up level in working with you and hopefully continue, right? We want to keep that in mind. when we're creating offers, we're thinking about the journey that our potential soulmate clients will have when working with us. So for example, I created In the Ring, which is my 45-day sales sprint. It's happening right now. And if you want to join us, we're about 10 days in. So you can get all 10 days of content and sales prompts and daily voice activations as soon as you join. It's $333 or 2 monthly payments of $167. You can join that at the link in my show notes and you'll be immediately added to our Telegram chat. So when I created that, I was on my honeymoon. I had a dream. In the dream, it was very clear that the offer was called In the Ring. And when I was thinking about it, I thought this would be a really cool, like, challenge type offer. So in thinking about that, I was like, okay, how would this fit into my offer suite? It's not like I squashed my creativity by thinking about this, but I was thinking it does surround the conversation around sales, around content, around who I am, and around like keeping up the energy and being confident in your sales. And that's exactly what I do, right? So we're going to talk about that part as well in a second. It's also going to hit on like consistency, confidence, belief. Again, we're going to talk about how each offer is a reflection of me. So we're going to have that conversation as well. But it also fits in that it can be priced between $100 and $300 and can be a really great way for me to invite people in if they choose to work with me in the From Imposter to Empowered program, because they're hearing me and my coaching style, they're getting to know the kind of content and sales prompts I create for my clients. Like, they are getting a taste of working with me. So I'm not just thinking this is a cash injection, this is going to be good to make a lot of money. Like, obviously I'm thinking that, but it's kind of the last thing I'm thinking about, because I'm actually really thinking about the fact that it's going to create a lot more income for me in the future. Why? Because it fits into my offer suite. It's something that I could see myself running time and time again. So there is a strategic piece there. And I'm not saying that every download or every cool idea you have needs to be put on the shelf if it doesn't fit into your offer suite. But we also don't want to create an offer graveyard. We don't want to create a bunch of things that are launched one time, you run them once and you never talk about it or use it again. That's what I did in 2020, and I ended up with all this content that I couldn't repurpose because I wasn't thinking strategically about how each of those offers would fit into my offer suite, or if I even wanted to ever run them again, right? And that second piece that we touched on is about having your offers reflect who you are and reflect your personal brand. So, for example, it would be weird for me to create an offer around health and fitness, but one of my best friends in the industry, she does put health and fitness together with her confidence coaching, and that's just a part of who she is at her core. So it does make sense for her to create an offer that incorporates workouts or something to that effect. Now, for me, I of course want to nurture my creativity. I don't want to throw away an idea just because it doesn't fit with my brand, but I also have to think about pouring time and energy and work into something that I can benefit from for longer than 5 minutes. So I always think about whether this offer fits with my brand and aligns with who I am. Of course, I'm going to create offers around imposter syndrome, sales, and content because those topics are reflections of me and the work that I'm doing in this industry. And the creativity comes in with how you name your offers, how you conduct the program, how you deliver them. But stacking the paper, growing your brand, attracting people who get to know you and your work, it just makes sense when your offers align with your brand and the person your brand represents, which is you. Now that we're in the beginning of 2025, in the first month of quarter one, I want you to think about your offers. What do they currently look like? How many do you have? What do you think about them? Do you want to continue running them? Are you done with them? Like, just think about what your offer suite looks like. And if you could have an ideal offer suite, what would that be? And just for fun, if you were to create an offer journey, what would you want that to look like for your business? Where would you want people to come in? And where would you like them to end up? Again, I'm not saying that this will happen with every client. I've had several clients go through a journey of downloading my freebie, then moving into something mid-ticket like an intensive, and eventually joining one-to-one coaching or the From Imposter to Empowered program or my mastermind. But I've also had clients just come in at different stages. So don't overanalyze or overthink this piece. It doesn't need to be perfect because clients are humans at the end of the day. Not everything is going to work perfectly, like a perfectly structured system inside your business, including client acquisition and retention, and that's okay. What we do want is to make sure you're creating a body of work that you're proud of, excited to deliver, and allows for no bitch to be left behind. You want to be that go-to person in your niche and industry for the people who are meant to work with you. We don't want to leave money on the table. We don't want someone who isn't ready for your high-ticket coaching to go unserved because a coach once told you you can only sell high-ticket coaching and you can't do anything else until you book it out. If you have a great idea for a mid-ticket or low-ticket offer and it excites you, create it, serve those people. At the end of the day, we want to be helpful, have an impact, and help people who want to work with us. This isn't about pricing. You can price as high as you want or as low as you want. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that you're doing the work that you love, you're making an impact, and building a business that reflects who you are. I've coached hundreds of women and I've seen it myself too. When I have offers at different price points and I'm excited about them, it's aligned with my brand, and I'm committed to never leaving a bitch behind, I make way more money because that money stacks and stacks and stacks because I have all of this in the back of my mind when I'm creating my offers and showing up to sell. And as a side note, it also allows you to diversify your selling process, right? Like nobody wants to sit there and sell the same offer for 3 fucking years, right? And obviously when I say you're selling your offer every day, I don't mean you sell the same fucking offer and that's the only thing you sell. You never sell anything else ever again, right? So like adding an elevated and diversified offer suite can also do a lot more than just create avenues for people to come in and work with you. It also can help you diversify your selling process. And if you're ADHD like me, you need diversification in your sales process. And this also applies to my offers as well. I'm a generator in human design and I enjoy having different things to sell. And the important thing is that you're showing up and selling. So everything else can be figured out with your offer suite. We can figure out a flow. We can figure out a journey that works for you. And when you're ready to have that personalized hands-on support, come and work with me in the From Imposter to Empowered program, the Real Deal Mastermind, or one-to-one coaching, okay? All the links and information are in my show notes. You can also hit me up in the DMs at Your Coach Jill on Instagram and we can talk about which container is going to be the best fit for you depending on where you're at in your business. I want to help you make so much money in 2025 and I hope this series was helpful for you. I'm so excited for our episode next week because you get to see this episode in action. I love you guys so much and I'll see you next week. Hey babe, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Screenshot it and put it on your stories and tag me at Your Coach Jill. And if you really love me, you'll rate and review the podcast. And if you screenshot it before you submit the review and send it to me, I will send you a free gift on me. If you want to take this work deeper, come and work with me in the From Imposter to Empowered program or the Real Deal Mastermind. And finally, if you want just a snippet of my work to feel what it's like to be in my world, then you need to buy my best-selling book, You're Not Special, and you can get that on Amazon. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week.